So, why do most businesses fail? Now, look, obviously, I've been studying a lot lately. I've been studying. I've been doing some homework. I've been trying to be better, I've been trying to really be better, okay? And let me just move this. I don't know if you guys see this. But basically, so I'm in Bali right now, living my dream, fulfilling my dreams in reality. It's been amazing. I do ecom, but ecom follows the business fundamentals that can basically transfer to any business. So this can help any business owner in any endeavor. That sounded like Andrew Tate, but trust me, I ain't Andrew Tate. So we have three reasons why most businesses fail. I've learned this from multiple people, specifically Nick Theriot and Mark Builds Brands, which are two absolute G's in the space. So we're going to get straight into this because it's very important to understand why the business fails. Now, a lot of people have a failure business, right? Like a failed business, a failed try, a failed attempt, and they never analyze why it failed and they never improve. And that's literally why you don't succeed in a long period of time, is because you're just never improving. You need to improve. You got to get the reps in, but you need to also reiterate and implement what you learned the next time. Now, I can obviously say that the majority of reasons why people fail is mindset, but I'm not going to talk about mindset because a lot of people think like, here's another guru. So I'm actually going to give you like some practical steps or practical reasons. And one reason why a business fails is because you're overly complex, right? And when you're overly complex, think about the state of the world right now. Everyone is fucking retarded. Let's just be straight up. And if you have an overly complex funnel, people are going to just lose it. Like, they're not going to understand it, and they're just going to not buy because they don't understand it. They're not going to buy something that they don't understand. Now, I also watched a video this morning of Alex Hormozi going through, the Super Bowl ads and kind of ranking them. And one ad, I forgot which exactly, but there was one ad where the ad wasn't clear about like what the product was selling. Like, they sold like this emotion, right? They sold the emotion. They did that really good. But then, even me watching it, I'm like, but what the fuck are they selling? Oh yeah, it was like some mortgage company. And like, it was a good ad, but they didn't like, it left the customer confused. And this is a company, right, that's spending minimum $8 million for a Super Bowl ad. So just to give you the idea of how these big brands are not perfect as well. And that's where, us smaller brands can really come in. And that's our, advantage, because we can change this shit. We don't have to organize a whole team. We don't have to spend millions of dollars. That's where we can come in and take advantage of, right? So you don't want to overcomplicate anything. Every part of your funnel should really be straightforward. And so straightforward that basically it's a simple, simple process of grab attention. My writing is absolutely dog shit. Grab attention, right? After you grab attention, then you have to sell, or like, no, I'm not gonna write sell, right? We're gonna do show problem, show problem, show problem. Then once you show the problem, show solution, show. Wow, holy! I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing my best. Showing solution. Once you show solution, it's good to add a little testimonial to add trust, because nowadays a lot of people are missing trust. And then you have offer, or CTA, right? And this is like a simple funnel, right? A very, very simple funnel. And each part of the funnel, right, you have to even go deeper and not make complex. You have to go really, really simple. You have to go through the ad or even show other people your funnel, and they have to understand it. Like, and I'm telling you, I've had a winning product where the ad script was literally like 5 sentences, like each sentence had probably not more than 8 words, and it was 5 sentences long, and it's scaled to a lot of money, right? So I reread it. I had it on a Google Doc and I reread it and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. Like, this is literally a kindergarten can fucking understand. But that's what works, right? You have to understand, especially if you're selling to North America, the attention span, one, but also the reading level, the intelligence level is around like grade 3. So you really have to be, you know, very simple. The best way I can explain to you is like you have to go through your ad, you have to go through your website and your offer. Those are like the three main components of the business. And you have to really see like, okay, is this stupid? Like you have to genuinely tell yourself, this is pretty stupid. This is so straightforward. A fucking kindergarten can buy my product. And that's what you have to strive for. Now, another reason why would be that the product or the offer that you have is just not important enough. Now, this could be for two reasons why. Not important, right? This could be two reasons why. One, your product is genuinely just not important. And like, I can just think about like some fidget spinners or some like gadgets. I'm not going to say fidget spinners. That's such like a shitty example or like classic example, but you know what I mean. Like some gadgets are not really important. When you start looking at products or, solutions to sell to people, if they're selling like a really big desire, a big problem, that's where you can get to scale to, 6 figures. And a lot of people are just selling stuff that's just not important. So another factor before testing a product, you should do your research and be like, is this really important? Do people really want this problem to be solved? Like, is it really like life changing, right? Or the product is important, but you're just not making it sound important. You're not doing the job as a marketer to create the urgency and importance of this offer you're giving, right? Because sometimes there are so many brands where it is an important product. The owner of the brand really believes in what they sell. They do their research. They're very passionate maybe about it because they have good experience in the product they're selling. Maybe like it's like a fitness or supplement, whatever it may be. But then they go sell the product and it flops. And the reason why is because they're just not transferring the message or the viewpoint they have in their own head. Like, oh, I really view what I'm doing super important. They're not transferring that message or that viewpoint to the customer. And that's why they're not buying. And that another way would be is your copywriting. Your copywriting and your ads specifically, you have to really create that importance and urgency. And the best way to do that goes through the simple classic fundamentals of trying to persuade people is you have to understand that every opinion you have, let's say you put yourself, right? Every opinion you have on yourself, the reason you have that opinion is because you've gone through your own experiences. You've gone through your own knowledge. Like you've gotten certain information that made you come to this conclusion. So you have to guide them. So basically, the way to persuade someone is not telling them, let's say, like, this is important. You have to ask like open-ended questions or give them the information for then they come with the conclusions themselves that this is important, right? So you have to really basically just create this ad, create this, copywriting, right? The script where you're giving them the information for them to come to the conclusion themselves that it's important. So like, let's say for an example, you're selling a product that solves, maybe vagina infection. I don't know, whatever it may be. Now, obviously, that isn't a very important problem, right? And obviously, I think a lot of girls, I'm not a girl, but a lot of girls probably experience that and already do believe it's important. But let's say there is a girl that is not important. I mean, that doesn't find it important, right? What you have to do in this ad is you have to, give them the details, give them the things, like be like, look, you are carrying bacteria, which is causing it to smell, which is causing it to, be itchy or whatever it may be. And therefore, maybe that's why you're not, getting good sexual pleasure in the bed, or maybe that's why like it really smells after a long day at work or at the gym and it's embarrassing. That's showing them like, oh shit, it's true, that's important. You've given me the information, you've given me the fact like, okay, because of this certain bacteria, this causes infections, therefore it causes it to smell. And then they in their head say, yeah, that's embarrassing. And that comes to the conclusion themselves that it's important. Now, the third would be, now I hopefully you guys don't get this like mixed up. It's too expensive. Now, right away, the first thing I want to mention is do not lower your price. When it's too expensive, right? You have to understand that, yes, the customer does view it as expensive, but that does not mean you get to lower the price because, again, it's just a race to the bottom and you're going to fuck yourself over in the long run. What you have to do is make sure they understand that it's actually worth the price and even 10 times more. Again, it's all perception. So what you have to do is, for an example, understand that maybe they think it's too expensive because they're comparing it to another cheaper alternative, right? Now, for an example, I'll go into like the info business because I have experience with that, right? And, for an example, a regular info business sells a community for $50 a month, right? $50 a month, that's like the basic thing. Another community is selling a $100 fee and then $20 a month. So it's $20 every month, but to just get in originally, it's $100. Now, at first, the customer is probably thinking, oh shit, to get in, it's $120. And then the other one is $50. I get that. And that's why they think, okay, it's too expensive. But you have to, in your ads or your offer, explain to them and make them realize you're actually saving money in a very short period of time, right? Because after 3 months, right? 3-4 months, you're actually saving money because the first one is $50 a month. So that's 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. So that's, $150 to $200. Where the second option is 100 straightforward, but then it's $20. So then after the first month is done, you're only paying 20. So it's only 100, then 20, 20, 20. So that'll be like 140, right? So you have to understand that the reason why people think it's too expensive is either you're not providing enough value, you're not giving them, some urgency or providing them enough value, or they're comparing it to another cheaper alternative where you have to make them persuaded as you're comparing it to another, you have to make them see it in another light, I guess you can say, where yours is actually saving money. Some type of way or form. Let's say, for an example, you're selling a supplement that solves knee pain, right? A supplement that solves knee pain, maybe you're selling it for $100. A lot of people be like, that's fucking expensive for supplements, right? Because they're comparing it maybe to other supplements that may not work or other creams that may not work. But the only thing that does work is going to the fucking doctor. Going to the doctor, getting appointments. Maybe they get prescribed prescriptions and drugs or whatever it may be. But that's expensive. Going to the doctor and getting an appointment probably costs you, if depending on healthcare or whatever it may be, probably costs you $400, $500 a session. Or physiotherapy may cost you $200, $300 a session, right? So you have to compare it to a higher price range. So then your product, your $100 supplement, doesn't look that expensive. And that's why it's worth price. It's not expensive anymore. These are literally the 3 fundamentals of why someone does not buy a product, meaning why your business fails. So if every time you have a business failure, every time you try something, right, you have to look at these 3 reasons why. You have to go to the sheets, go to your notes, right? You have to go and see, okay, these are the only 3 reasons why it failed. Try to figure out which one is which. Maybe it's 2 of them. Maybe it's all 3, or maybe it's just 1. But obviously getting the reps in and analyzing why every time you try doesn't work and you try to improve every single time, you will then shorten the journey to success dramatically. And that's something I'm starting to implement as well, right? Because I really want to change my life as fast as possible. So that's why I have to really, not just do everything nonchalant or not just do everything like fucking eventually it's going to work, right? Yeah, eventually it may work. But if you want to shorten the process, you really have to take it step by step and create skills to get better every single time. That would be it. And again, it's very straightforward. It's very simple, but yet complicated. I hope you understand that. It's easy, but not, it's simple, but not easy. Yes, there's 3 bullet points that I have on the screen right now, but these three bullet points are very complex. But still, I try to explain it in the best way possible for you to understand. So now next time let's say you're in ecom and your product fails, or even any other business, you can just go look back at this and try to understand what's the main reason why. Maybe it's all three, but what's the main reason why? What's going to bring the highest ROI if I fix it or improve on it? And therefore, every step, every time you try, you'll get better and better incrementally. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this fucking valuable. I did, of course. I only share something that I learned that's valuable. I love you all. And of course, as always, we in Bali, motherfucker. All right. I'll see you guys at the fucking top.